The Mindset Shift. Change your thinking, transform your life. Written and published by Sonic Digest. Every journey begins with a moment of realization, that initial flicker of insight that lights the path ahead. But what truly sets apart those who reach their destinations from those who falter along the way is not just the act of beginning, but the will to persist, adapt, and grow through each chapter. Progress is neither a straight line nor a destination marked by milestones. It is a living, evolving force that requires dedication, resilience, and a willingness to confront the unknown. As the days turn into years, there are moments when our resolve is tested, and the vision we once held begins to blur under the weight of challenges and doubt. Yet, it is in these very moments that the seeds of profound transformation are sown. The relentless pursuit of self-betterment is not just about overcoming the difficult moments. It is about embracing the journey with all its unpredictability and complexity. It is about understanding that growth is not confined to a set of accomplishments, but is embedded in the countless lessons learned, the quiet moments of courage, and the subtle shifts in perspective that guide us forward. This is not a path for the faint of heart, for growth does not reward comfort or complacency. It calls for those who can look beyond their current limitations, who can see possibilities that remain hidden from the casual observer. To embark on this journey is to choose to walk a road that often demands more than we think we can give, a road that weaves together challenge and triumph, doubts and breakthroughs, failures and successes. It is to accept that no matter how many times we stumble, the journey itself is where true change is found. The question is not whether you will face obstacles, for you will, but whether you will meet them with determination and a readiness to learn. To step forward is to commit to the pursuit of becoming more than you were yesterday. To rise again each time stronger and wiser is the true measure of growth. And so with each step taken, let curiosity be your guide, resilience your companion, and the unwavering belief in what lies ahead your greatest ally. This journey is ongoing, and only those who continue to learn and adapt will discover the power that lies in the pursuit itself. Chapter 1. A New Lens for Life. Our perception acts as both the lens and the filter through which we experience the world. Every thought, every belief, and every feeling we hold colors our reality, shaping not just our interactions, but also how we understand and react to the events in our lives. This internal lens dictates whether we see a challenge as an insurmountable obstacle or as an opportunity for growth. The narratives we construct around our experiences form the essence of who we are and determine the quality of our existence. It is not simply the objective world that influences us, but how we choose to interpret it. When faced with hardship, some see it as a punishment, while others view it as a lesson in resilience. This choice in perspective is powerful, for it can turn a moment of despair into one of strength, a failure into a blueprint for future success. The stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what we are capable of become the very framework that supports or constrains us. They influence whether we remain stuck in comfort or take steps into the unknown, whether we strive for our dreams or resign ourselves to mediocrity. Self-perception is a cycle. How we see ourselves influences the way we navigate life, which in turn reinforces those perceptions. If we see ourselves as unworthy, our actions will often reflect that belief, reinforcing the notion in our minds. Conversely, when we cultivate a belief in our inherent potential and innate strength, we begin to make choices that affirm that narrative, creating a cycle of growth, courage, and self-empowerment. Our beliefs serve as the foundation for our reality, often unconsciously. We walk through life carrying these assumptions, which, although invisible, guide our behavior. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between positive or negative beliefs. It simply acts in accordance with what it has been conditioned to accept as true. The voices that echo from our past, those of parents, teachers, and influential figures, can either become pillars of support or chains of doubt. Recognizing the power of these internalized messages allows us to rewrite them, shifting from stories that limit us to those that liberate us. Taking an active role in this transformation involves pausing to reflect, question, and reframe. It begins with noticing moments when automatic, self-limiting thoughts arise. When we hear, "I can't," we can respond with, "What if I could?" In moments of fear, we can shift our focus from the potential for failure to the promise of growth and learning. Every choice we make, from how we respond to setbacks to how we celebrate victories, reinforces the narrative we live by. The stories we construct are not just about where we've been, but are also blueprints for where we're headed. When we begin to see life through the lens of possibility, our perceptions expand beyond the constraints of past experiences. We start to challenge what we once considered limits and embrace what could be. Adopting a new lens means stepping outside the familiar and daring to look at the world with fresh eyes. It means replacing the voice that whispers defeat with the one that cheers for the pursuit of dreams. The shift is subtle but powerful, a movement from merely surviving to fully thriving. This process isn't instant. It requires patience, practice, and the willingness to engage with the discomfort that often comes with change. It demands that we face the stories that have kept us confined and bravely rewrite them with courage and clarity. It asks us to be honest about our fears and ambitious about our goals. As we master this art of perception, life transforms from a series of obstacles to an unfolding journey filled with potential. Chapter 2. Breaking Barriers. The barriers we face are not always physical or tangible. They often reside within our minds. These internal limitations, though invisible, hold immense power over our actions and decisions. They are the silent voices that whisper doubt, the fears that grip us at the edge of change, and the old stories that replay in our heads, convincing us we are incapable. Understanding these barriers, where they come from, and how they operate, is essential to transcending them and stepping into our full potential. Internal limitations often have their roots in early experiences. Moments of failure, criticism, or moments where we were told no can lay the groundwork for deep-seated beliefs. The mind is a master at categorizing experiences and attaching meaning to them, often in ways that are not immediately conscious. When a child fails at a task or receives negative reinforcement, the brain learns to associate that failure with a part of their identity. These lessons become unspoken truths that persist into adulthood, shaping how one approaches new opportunities and challenges. Over time, these limitations are reinforced by the language we use with ourselves. Words carry weight, and the repeated use of phrases like "I am not good enough" or "I will never succeed" deepens the grooves of self-doubt. Each time we express these doubts, they solidify into barriers that feel insurmountable. Yet the mind also has the remarkable capacity to change and adapt. Recognizing these limitations and their origins is the first step in dismantling them. The process involves digging beneath the surface to uncover why we hold these beliefs and how they serve or hinder us. It is essential to confront these barriers, not just intellectually, but emotionally. The mind and body are intertwined, and what we believe about ourselves manifests in our physical demeanor and actions. When a person feels inadequate, their posture may shrink, their voice may waver, and their energy may become diminished. On the other hand, embracing the possibility of change empowers not only thoughts, but also actions. one can begin to replace limiting beliefs with affirmations of potential and resilience. It is a practice that demands patience and conscious effort, but with each shift, the walls of those internal barriers start to crumble. To identify and overcome internal limitations, it is helpful to begin by questioning the assumptions we have about ourselves. When a negative thought arises, ask, "Is this thought true?" and "What evidence do I have to support or challenge this belief?" Often, the answers are revealing. The beliefs that have taken hold over years may not be rooted in reality, but are rather echoes of past experiences that no longer serve their original purpose. The mind's power lies in its ability to reframe and to replace fear with action. One of the most transformative aspects of breaking these barriers is learning to view setbacks not as confirmation of failure, but as valuable feedback. Every struggle has the potential to teach something vital about resilience and adaptability. When we see obstacles as part of the journey, the perspective shifts from one of fear to one of curiosity. The question changes from "What if I fail?" to "What can I learn if I try?" With this approach, the barriers start to lose their grip and the horizon of what is possible begins to expand. It's also crucial to understand that breaking barriers is not an all-or-nothing endeavor. Progress is often made in small steps, a moment of courage, a decision to push forward despite doubt, an acknowledgement of self-worth after a setback. Each of these moments weakens the hold of internal limitations, shifting the mind into a new state of possibility. As we move past these barriers, we tap into a deeper part of ourselves, one that knows no bounds and is capable of more than we once believed. Chapter 3. The Turning Point. Every journey toward transformation begins with a moment, a recognition that things must change. This realization, often born out of discomfort or dissatisfaction, becomes a catalyst for growth. It is not always an instant revelation. It can come as a whisper or a loud, undeniable signal. The turning point is when the comfort of the known no longer satisfies, when the consequences of staying the same outweigh the fear of moving forward. Growth and change are intertwined with discomfort. It is easy to remain within the boundaries of familiarity, where past patterns hold a deceptive sense of security. Yet, true progress lies beyond these boundaries. The discomfort that accompanies stepping out of one's comfort zone is not a sign of failure, but an indicator that we are on the verge of breaking new ground. The mind is naturally inclined to resist this kind of change, clinging to routines and beliefs that have been established over years. Recognizing this resistance as a natural part of the process allows one to move through it with more resilience. Embracing discomfort requires an understanding that it is not the enemy, but a teacher. The feelings of unease, apprehension, and even fear point to areas that need exploration. These emotions are often triggers that highlight the limitations we still carry and the potential we have yet to tap into. Facing discomfort head-on, rather than retreating from it, is what builds the strength needed to transcend it. This is where courage meets growth, an act of deciding that the pursuit of something greater is worth more than the temporary relief that comes from staying in the known. It is during these moments of discomfort that new perspectives are born. They challenge the internal narratives that have kept us anchored, forcing a re-evaluation of what we truly want and who we aspire to be. When a person feels the weight of uncertainty, the mind begins to shift gears, exploring possibilities and alternatives that were once dismissed. This shift is powerful and dynamic. It opens the door to innovation and a deeper sense of purpose. True turning points do not always come with dramatic events. Sometimes they manifest in subtle realizations, a conversation that sparks new thoughts, a chance encounter that shifts a mindset, or a fleeting moment of clarity amidst routine. These subtle shifts, when recognized and nurtured, grow into movements that drive change. When a person starts to question what has always been accepted and chooses to see it differently, they initiate a new path. It is also vital to understand that discomfort is temporary. It evolves and fades as one builds new habits and adapts to unfamiliar situations. Each time we challenge ourselves and push through discomfort, we strengthen our ability to do it again. The brain rewires, becoming more adept at handling uncertainty and expanding the capacity for resilience. The turning point is not just about embracing discomfort, but also taking deliberate action. It is the decision to take the first step, no matter how uncertain the outcome may seem. Action, no matter how small, propels the process forward. It silences the inner doubts that seek to keep us in stasis. It is the seed from which growth germinates, transforming a simple acknowledgement of need into a powerful momentum for change. To reach the turning point, one must let go of the illusion of perfection. The path will not be free from mistakes or setbacks, but each misstep provides an opportunity to learn, adapt, and strengthen. Those who recognize the value of discomfort and commit to the discomfort-filled process of change are those who eventually move past old limitations and find a new version of themselves, one that is more aligned with their aspirations and more capable of navigating the uncertainties that life presents. Chapter 4: Awakening Potential. The process of awakening potential begins with recognizing that within every individual lies untapped capability. This potential is not an abstract concept, but a powerful force waiting to be harnessed. It resides in the unique combination of strengths, experiences, and innate talents that define a person. Discovering these hidden capacities requires intentional effort, a willingness to explore new territories, and a mindset that embraces growth over stagnation. To tap into one's potential, it is essential to first identify the strengths that come naturally. These are the abilities that feel effortless and bring satisfaction when utilized. Often we underestimate these traits because they come so easily that they are taken for granted. Yet, these are the very qualities that, when nurtured, can propel an individual to achieve extraordinary outcomes. Recognizing and honoring them allows for the foundation on which further growth can be built. Curiosity acts as the spark that ignites this journey. It pushes the boundaries of what we think we know and drives us to explore unfamiliar territory. A curious mind is not content with surface-level answers, but dives deeper, asking questions and seeking out experiences that challenge current understandings. Curiosity opens doors to innovation and creativity, compelling individuals to step outside the safety of routine and engage with the world in new ways. It breaks down the walls of limitation and encourages exploration beyond familiar skills and knowledge. Fostering curiosity requires embracing discomfort and uncertainty. The desire to learn and grow often brings an encounter with the unknown, which can be intimidating. But it is through these moments of exploration that breakthroughs occur. Each new challenge presents an opportunity to see oneself from a fresh perspective, to learn from mistakes, and to strengthen the resilience necessary for future endeavors. The process of navigating these challenges shapes character, builds confidence, and deepens one's understanding of what they are capable of achieving. Another vital aspect of awakening potential is seeking out mentors and role models who embody the values and aspirations one wishes to achieve. These individuals provide guidance, share valuable lessons, and inspire new ways of thinking. While the path may be uniquely personal, learning from those who have faced similar challenges and risen to new heights creates a map that can guide one through the intricacies of growth. Embracing failure as part of the journey also plays a significant role in unlocking potential. Each setback carries within it the seed of future success. Rather than viewing failures as roadblocks, they should be seen as a source of insight and a catalyst for evolution. It is in the moments of struggle that deep-seated strengths are revealed, qualities such as perseverance, adaptability, and courage. Recognizing these moments not as defeats, but as building blocks allows for a more profound and sustainable growth. The willingness to learn and the courage to try new things are the bedrock upon which potential is awakened. This can manifest in taking up a new skill, challenging old beliefs, or simply being open to seeing things from a different angle. Each experience, whether triumphant or difficult, adds to the accumulation of wisdom that fuels future potential. Awakening potential is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process. It is the cumulative effect of everyday choices, deliberate actions, and the continuous practice of stepping into the unknown with an open heart and mind. It is the quiet moments of reflection and the bold leaps into the unfamiliar. It is the commitment to show up for oneself day after day, even when the path is not clear, knowing that with each step, the horizon of possibilities expands. Chapter 5. Rewriting your story. The journey to transformation begins with the power of self-talk. Our inner voice holds immense influence over how we perceive ourselves and navigate the world. The words we repeat internally shape our reality, fostering beliefs that either empower or limit us. When self-talk is anchored in doubt or criticism, it reinforces barriers that prevent growth. Recognizing the impact of this inner dialogue and choosing to alter it opens a path to profound change. To shift self-talk, start by becoming aware of the patterns that dominate your thoughts. Pay attention to the moments when fear or insecurity takes hold, and notice the phrases that follow. These may be subtle, like, "I can't," or "I'm not good enough," or more overt, such as harsh judgments about failures or setbacks. When these moments are identified, replace them with statements that reflect possibility and self-compassion. Simple adjustments, such as shifting from "I can't" to "I can try" or "I will learn," can gradually rewire your perspective. Changing self-talk is more than just an exercise in positive thinking. It requires consistent practice and intention. Establish a routine of affirmations or visualizations that remind you of your inherent value and potential. These practices help create a mental landscape where growth is nurtured and doubts are challenged. Reinforce this mindset by surrounding yourself with people who inspire and uplift you, individuals who recognize your strengths and encourage you to push past limitations. Breaking negative habits follows the same principle of mindfulness. Habits, both good and bad, are rooted in repetition, reinforced by the comfort of the familiar. The first step in breaking a negative habit is awareness, understanding when and why it manifests. This involves observing your triggers and the emotions tied to these moments. The next step is replacing the negative pattern with a more constructive behavior. If procrastination is a problem, substitute the urge to delay with a small, manageable task that can be completed quickly. Over time, these small victories build momentum, proving that change is achievable. Support structures can play a significant role in breaking habits. Whether it's accountability partners, support groups, or mentorship, having someone to share the journey with can reinforce commitment and provide encouragement when the path becomes difficult. The presence of a supportive network can remind you of your resilience and provide perspective when setbacks occur. Transforming actions is the final tangible expression of rewriting your story. Each decision and behavior becomes a statement of your new narrative. Small, deliberate actions, repeated consistently, are what create lasting change. If the goal is to become more proactive, take one action each day that moves you toward that objective, no matter how small. These actions add up, reinforcing your commitment to change and fostering a sense of empowerment. The process of transformation involves setbacks, and it's important to understand that mistakes are part of growth. When faced with moments of doubt or failure, revisit the reasons behind your efforts. Allow yourself to acknowledge the difficulty without falling into self-criticism. Embrace resilience by learning from these experiences and using them to adapt your approach. In doing so, you shift the focus from perfection to progress, from a fear of failure to an appreciation for learning. Rewriting your story is not about erasing the past, but about reframing it. Each step forward, each decision to choose growth over comfort, and each effort to change how you speak to yourself and act in the world contributes to a new, empowered narrative. The more you take control of your self-talk, break the cycles of negative habits, and commit to intentional actions, the more your life reflects the person you wish to become. Chapter 6. Aligning with Purpose. To live a life of true fulfillment, actions must be aligned with the core beliefs that guide us. Without this harmony, even the most ambitious pursuits can feel empty, leading to a cycle of dissatisfaction and confusion. Understanding the deep-seated values that shape your worldview is essential in creating a foundation for meaningful action. Every choice we make can either reinforce or challenge these values, and recognizing this dynamic helps build a life that resonates with authenticity. The process of aligning with purpose begins with honest introspection. This requires stepping back from the noise of daily life and exploring what truly matters. Reflect on moments of genuine joy, deep satisfaction, or times when you felt most alive. What values were at the heart of these experiences? Were you helping others, learning, creating, or seeking truth? These moments can reveal clues to your intrinsic motivators, the unchanging principles that drive your actions, even in the face of adversity. Once these core beliefs are identified, it is time to assess how they align with current actions and goals. Many individuals find themselves caught in pursuits that, on the surface, seem worthwhile, but do not reflect their inner compass. The disconnect can lead to feelings of burnout, frustration, or apathy. By re-evaluating your actions and comparing them to your beliefs, you create opportunities to adjust your path to reflect what truly matters. Even small changes can cultivate a sense of harmony that energizes and renews purpose. Intrinsic motivation thrives when we pursue goals that resonate deeply with who we are. Unlike extrinsic motivators, which are driven by external validation or rewards, intrinsic motivation is rooted in personal fulfillment. It's the satisfaction of creating something meaningful, the joy of learning for its own sake, or the peace found in acts of service. To nurture this type of motivation, choose pursuits that challenge and excite you, not because of what others might think, but because of what it stirs within you. True alignment requires discipline and consistent reflection. It's not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. Regularly check in with your goals and ask whether they still resonate with your evolving beliefs. This self-awareness can be reinforced by journaling, meditation, or conversations with mentors who understand your values. When you encounter a decision or opportunity, use it as a litmus test. Does this move you closer to your sense of purpose? If it does, pursue it with passion. If it doesn't, have the courage to say no or to pivot. Obstacles and doubts can sometimes cloud this journey. External pressures and societal expectations often tempt us to compromise on our true selves. Resilience in the face of these challenges comes from an unwavering commitment to your beliefs. Cultivate an inner dialogue that reminds you of your intrinsic worth and the purpose behind your actions. This self-assurance becomes a shield against moments of uncertainty, reinforcing the understanding that living authentically is the ultimate path to fulfillment. When your beliefs and actions are aligned, life takes on a new dimension of clarity and purpose. Tasks become more than mere obligations. They transform into expressions of who you are. Relationships deepen when you interact from a place of genuine intention, not from the pursuit of approval or gain. Success becomes defined not by how it appears to others, but by the resonance it holds within yourself. As you align more fully with your true purpose, the impact radiates outward, touching those around you. The authenticity that comes from living in line with your values can inspire others to embark on their own paths of self-discovery and growth. It is in this alignment that we find not just personal fulfillment, but the potential to contribute meaningfully to the world around us. Chapter 7. The Ripple Effect. True growth extends beyond individual achievement. It radiates outward, touching the lives of those around us. The journey of personal transformation is rarely solitary. It ripples outwards, influencing friends, family, colleagues, and even those we have never met. This ripple effect begins with the act of sharing one's story, a narrative shaped by triumphs, failures, lessons learned, and moments of courage. Each story shared holds the potential to light a spark in another person's heart, encouraging them to embark on their own path of change. When we speak openly about our experiences, we invite others to see that growth is not reserved for the few, but is a possibility for all. A simple conversation, an authentic moment of vulnerability, or the sharing of an insight can catalyze shifts in mindset, open doors to new perspectives, and foster the belief that transformation is achievable. The impact of sharing extends beyond words. It is reflected in the way we carry ourselves and in the energy we project. Our actions, the choices we make, and the way we respond to challenges serve as living testimonies. When others witness our resilience, adaptability, and the courage to pursue our purpose, they are often inspired to act in their own lives. The positive energy generated through this interaction builds a network of support and encouragement, creating an environment where growth is normalized and celebrated. The strength of the ripple effect also lies in its ability to multiply. One person's growth can lead to another's, and that individual's journey can inspire a circle of influence that expands far beyond the initial touch. The seeds of motivation and self-belief, sown through shared experiences, have the power to inspire movements, foster communities dedicated to mutual support, and change entire cultures over time. To harness the full power of the ripple effect, it is essential to embrace authenticity. People connect with real, unfiltered accounts of struggle and victory, not just polished, picture-perfect stories. Authenticity creates trust and resonates on a deeper level. It reminds us that our challenges are not weaknesses, but part of what makes our stories powerful and relatable. Through genuine connection, we inspire others not just to dream, but to take action and to believe that they too are capable of creating their own ripples. As we share, we must also remain open to the lessons others bring into our lives. The act of inspiring growth is reciprocal. While we contribute to the growth of those around us, we, too, learn and evolve through the interactions that emerge. These moments remind us that no journey is ever complete in isolation. We are always growing alongside those whose lives we touch, and who touch ours in turn. The ripple effect reminds us that the most powerful transformations are the ones that transcend individual boundaries. They reverberate, forging connections and fostering collective resilience. By sharing our journey, we do more than inspire growth in others. We build a legacy of courage, possibility, and unyielding hope. Chapter 8. The Ongoing Journey. The journey of personal growth is not defined by a singular point of achievement, but is a continuous path marked by evolution and adaptability. It begins with a recognition that each moment offers a new opportunity to learn and adapt. Embracing this mindset nurtures a resilience that can withstand the ever-changing nature of life. One who truly understands growth does not see obstacles as endpoints, but as stepping stones toward deeper self-awareness and empowerment. Every setback holds a lesson. Every challenge fuels the strength to face even greater trials ahead. Cultivating the discipline to reflect on experiences ensures that knowledge gained is retained and applied in future circumstances. It is in the moments of quiet introspection that true insight emerges, allowing one to see patterns, make adjustments, and refine their approach. Each decision, whether triumphant or less than ideal, builds a foundation that supports future progress. This continuous process, unbound by the pressure of instant results, teaches that the essence of success lies in persistent effort, not immediate perfection. Personal growth also involves the practice of adaptability, the art of shifting when conditions demand it. The world is in a constant state of flux, and the capacity to navigate through change is what separates those who stagnate from those who thrive. This adaptability does not mean abandoning core values, but adjusting strategies to align with current realities. It requires an openness to new ideas, a readiness to unlearn outdated beliefs, and the courage to step into uncharted territories. Preparing for future challenges means maintaining a balance between embracing the unknown and nurturing the confidence built from past victories. Every skill developed, every risk taken, and every fear conquered becomes a resource to draw upon when the journey demands more. The habit of pushing comfort zones is essential, as it primes the mind to face adversity with a blend of caution and boldness. By doing so, one cultivates an attitude that seeks solutions rather than dwelling on problems. The growth journey is also enriched by community. Sharing progress, learning from others, and contributing to collective wisdom not only strengthens bonds, but infuses the journey with a sense of shared purpose. Through these connections, individuals can inspire and be inspired, reminding one another that growth is not a solitary pursuit, but a shared human experience. As the path unfolds, it becomes clear that no stage of life is without value. Each step, no matter how arduous, plays a role in the ever-expanding mosaic of personal evolution. The true power of growth lies not just in achieving, but in the perpetual desire to evolve, to meet new challenges with the resilience of past lessons, and to welcome the journey as a lifelong endeavor. Conclusion. As the journey comes to its final chapter, it's not the end but a powerful new beginning. Each step taken, every challenge met, and the growth embraced has carved a path that no one can ever walk for you. The seeds planted have taken root, the lessons learned have become part of your essence, and the echoes of your actions will ripple far beyond what you can see. Now, as the pages close on this part of your story, there is a quiet realization that the greatest adventures often start when the narrative shifts from seeking answers to asking deeper questions. The journey has taught that true transformation isn't a single act, but a series of moments woven together with intention, resilience, and the courage to begin anew. It is in the subtle, unnoticed moments, the small victories, the quiet resolve when faced with doubt, the silent joy found in the pursuit, where the real magic resides. Change, after all, is never abrupt. It builds like the gentle tide, reshaping the shore in its own time. As you step forward, let these lessons serve as the compass guiding you through the ever-evolving landscape of life. Remember that the pursuit of growth does not cease. It is not a destination, but a way of being. With every choice you make and every step you take, you add new chapters to your story. Chapters where the words are written not just with determination, but with authenticity and a purpose born from within. Embrace the unknown, welcome challenges as teachers, and move forward not with the weight of expectation, but with the quiet strength of someone who knows that the journey itself is the reward. This is not a conclusion to leave behind, but a call to continue, with unwavering belief, with a spirit that never stops reaching, and with the understanding that the best is yet to come.